Right. The camera's this way?
Yeah.
We got here. When we completed all this, we started studying other lessons, the Law 360 and things of that nature. Not knowing, once we went from, I'm about to write all over his board. Once we went from Now to Born, or once we went to the original man to Pluto, then we finally realized once the sun is complete within itself, next thing you do is you got the earth. You gotta teach out. Why? Because the original man made the history in accordance to the earth's circumference. So you have to teach out because now you the original man, so now you have to create your universe. It's all about your universal flag. You know? So you have to create your universe. You know, and I was thinking about that.
You sit down.
Jacob.
Yeah.
I don't want to erase nothing.
Go ahead. You sit down.
Where do the animals come from?
From the earth.
Where do the earth come from?
The earth comes from
It come from the same place all the rest of the other planets come from.
the universe.
Come from the sun, foundation. Where did the sun come from?
Sun comes from the universe.
Well, yeah, you see the sun, the constant heat of the sun is produced by a constant transformation of hydrogen into helium. And a combination of those gases not only produce the periodic table of elements of the universe, but also the periodic table of elements of the physical body. Arm, leg, arm, head. So I'm armed with a legacy to put me ahead of all of that. But I ain't here to take over the guy. I just wanted to
No,
feel
you
fine.
did,
I
I
didn't know I was still on the camera. I just wanted to take a few minutes.
Okay.
I just wanted to take a few minutes.
No, go ahead, please.
So how can we prove that the animals come from the earth? Because we look outside, as a matter of fact, you look in here. Everything in this room came out the ground. Huh? Helicopters, airplanes, skyscrapers, everything came out the ground. How do we know that the animals come out the ground? So what comes from a source should return to that source.
Right.
You see an animal in our hood anyway. You see an animal laying on the grass. Come back a year later, he's gone.
Right.
Where did he go?
Brings down back to his natural
Exactly.
compensation.
Right. Because that's where we get all this. It's the age of the planet, the age is also the body.
Right.
Right? So that was the way that I found easy to teach, to go backwards. Maybe say knowledge of born is going back to knowledge. So it's easy for me to have them look at everything and see where everything comes from. Like I said, the skyscraper, the helicopter, everything come out the ground. Everything. And then you go backwards to where the planets come from. Their foundation is the sun. Say the universe, everything, the sun, moon, and stars. They are planets. Planets are something that have grown and made from the beginning. The sun and stars are grown planets. The earth and the moon are made planets. You have to be grown to make a planet. You have to be grown to make a planet. Planet is something grown and made from the beginning. We were told to take the devil off the planet. Many people begin with the devil on their planet. So it has to be taken off. Like Oppen Prince would tell me, it wasn't my job to teach a savage. Because a savage is a person who had the knowledge, they lost it, didn't value it. Don't put an honor and dignity into what they had. EU means hillsides, ROPE means the rope to bind in. So I give an EU, a savage person, enough rope to pull them in, also enough rope to let them hang themselves. And then you got the Quran where it speaks about the rope of Allah. We can go on and on with this all day because the day is the born day. The born degree in the 140 is the first mention of there even being a 5, 10, 85% in our lessons. Huh? Born, complete, right? I remember one day I was standing outside of the school, and there was a few brothers out there, and I said the universe is everything. The sun, moon, and stars, they are planets. Planets are something that was grown and made from the beginning. Firstborn Prince hears him. He walks out of the school. He walks over to us and says the root of civilization is in Arabia, the holy city of Mecca, which means where knowledge and wisdom of the original man started when the planet was first founded. He was looking at them, but he was pointing at me. He said, how can that be if he just got finished saying that the planet is something grown or made from the beginning? Froze everybody. The only reason why he didn't freeze me was because I used to tell Kundalini, I want to find the earth. I want to find me an earth. He said, no, God, the earth isn't found. She's made. You have to make her own.
Y'all carry that.
Prince seen that. He seen the, I'm gonna leave with this. He seen that, he went on to something else. He said when the law first started teaching his firstborns, he referred to all of them as almost all of them as growing planets. Almost all of them was either 16 or above the degree of 16. He said the ones coming after would be the made planets because they'll be made from the beginning, meaning they'll be taught from birth. These are some of the signs that they gave me right here. Right in this very room. Right in that very room. You mentioned the wisdom build, destroy, and agree. Prince asked us what was Yakub's second rule. He said if he had a first rule, then he had to have a second rule. He went into the question. He said the word first isn't even in the question. What was Yakub's first? He said, how many first rules is it? Doesn't make sense. Then that's when he asked us what was Yakub's second rule. He said if he had a first rule, then he had to have a second rule. And he had made sure he broke down what was the rules, what was the regulations, what was the laws. Broke everything down. And this way he used to have us go through the lessons. As a matter of fact, Prince ain't even want us to write the mathematics alphabet down on paper. Because he said it was a language that had to be learned from word of mouth. And I understood that because you can't learn any language on paper. You can't learn Spanish on paper. You can say certain things to a person, but once they can talk to you, you're going to be lost. Tal vez tú necesitas aprender más español en la escuela. Prince used to teach Arabic. Audu billahi minash shaitan rajim. There was other things that they would teach me. There was brothers like Ahmed. And these brothers was the question. Duma. Right there in that room, Prince allowed Duma to examine me. It was a brother named Karim that was in the room.
Yeah, I remember Karim.
You remember Karim?
Yeah. He came in. We joined when y'all were younger. Yeah.
And we was in Prince's room, and I was up against the door. And Karim and Prince was sitting on the bed. And Dumar, he was walking around the room. So this time he decided to examine me. He walking around the room. And he says, yeah, there's only 1 degree and 120 and showing through the black man's physical power. But he was saying it fast. Yeah, bro, there's only 1 degree and 120 showing through the black man's physical power. 32nd degree does not give it. 32nd degree just said that the double physical power, that's 1/3 of the original man, but does not give the original man's physical power. So 1 degree and 120 showing through the black man's physical power. What degree is that? And this is what I couldn't do. I had to have an answer. So I told him, I said, 7 degree in the student Roman. Dumar looked, he said, oh shit. You right. Prince looked up and said, both y'all niggas lost me. They to show and prove. With everything else. I came to Prince, I said, look, this saying, I got an Asiatic calendar, said 24th Quran. I said, but we gotta be more than 24 Qurans than this, Prince. He ain't say nothing, he gave me a pen and paper. I did the math problem. Shot it right back to him. He said, damn, right and exact. I said, yeah, you gotta take 25,000 and divide that into 66 trillion in order for you to get the amount of Qurans. Right now, we ain't even living in no Quran. We live in mathematics. They told us the Bible and Quran was expired history according to our mathematical way of living. I can go back and reference. Prince used to say the Holy Quran, the Bible, was made by the original people. He said, then the question is asked, who is Allah? Then his answer, the Supreme Being, the black man from Asia. So I was constantly being examined. Ahmed, he would come and ask me, How was the black man able to predict history 25,000 years in advance and then live it out the right and exact same? So they always have questions for him. When Prince broke down the 17th degree, what is the meaning of civilization? Answer: one having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, code, be found, now savage, and pursuit of happiness. He said when you add it, he said when you add it, is one having equality and is not a savage in the pursuit of happiness. He said when you multiply it, is one having 120 and is not a savage in the pursuit of happiness. Like I tell my class, don't believe nothing I say. Research everything.
Right, research.
Don't take nothing on face value. But when you add it, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, it's going to give you one having equality. And then you multiply 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times, and then give you 1 times, one having 120. And to have something is to present it. You just can't say I have something, you don't present it. Because lessons is about having and presenting.
Right.
So if you have something, you have to present it. And these degrees are to be studied. Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man. Stop. Now we're talking about geography, so now we have to go over to the map. We got to go to the board. So now we going into that. Asiatic. Wait a minute. I thought we was African. See, when I give a person student enrollment, I expect certain questions. When I give a person student enrollment, I give them 1 day. 1 day. They said, as real learned student enrollment in 10 minutes. Said he had a photographic memory. So if he has 6 ounces of brain, and he can learn it in 10 minutes, and we got 7.5 ounces of brain, I give you 1 day, 24 hours. Don't come to me 2, 3 weeks later, somebody got my student enrollment. No, I give you 1 day. If that man with 6 ounces of brain can get it in 10 minutes, you can get it in 24 hours. You should get it in 5 minutes. But you can get it in 24 hours. So I give him 1 day. I mean, they tell me, give him a student enrollment. They wouldn't even let me get a mathematics alphabet first. They said that was our best part. Why would you get it first?
The law said, that's right.
It's, you know, person you get the mathematics alphabet, then you get the student enrollment. You see, man, I don't want to study this. But now they out there, yo, let me get a CI God, take a power cipher. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Nah, once you get to that student enrollment, once you get to that student enrollment, then that'll determine. I'm gonna give you these math, and to teach somebody is to mentor them. You can't give a person something on paper, think they're gonna be educated and grow to be a great man or woman. They have to be sat down, they have to be taught. These are mathematical units. Shit. Back in the day, we were taking every letter and we was adding it up. I went to men. I'm like, how about they be born out the mathematics, they be born out the alphabet? He said, what you talking about? I said, you take the K, the N, the O, the W.
Born out of the mathematics.
He was like, nah, you're going to confuse the people.
You gonna say what?
He said, you're going to confuse them.
Yeah,
He said,
right.
they got to learn mathematics, they got to learn alphabet, they got to learn 120, they got to turn around, they got to learn all that. He said, you're going to confuse them. So that's when I stopped that. But it was a whole bunch of things, but now it's about education. That's the hard thing. Don't nobody want to get out here and educate the youth. That's the problem that we have. Don't nobody want to get out here in these streets to actually do the work, actually do the teaching. You know what I'm saying? You hear brothers, man, I ain't dealing with them youth, man, they ain't about nothing. Nah, they got them the ones we got to go out there and teach. And there's techniques for that. There's techniques for that. You can't walk into the projects 5, 6 deep. Nah, they get intimidated. You go with 2 or 3 individuals. Therefore, they won't be such intimidated. Rolling up in the project 6, 7 deep. You might have a problem, especially you coming in North. And I know the same thing out here. So you coming out with 2 or 3 people, it's a little bit better. We have staff meetings about how we teach. They had me in a staff meeting before. They had concerns on the board. They had the white man is the devil. They had the white Jesus. So they had me in a staff meeting. So the operation manager, South,
Yeah.
she gets up, she says, the white man is the devil. She says, well, I really can't talk to Elevation about this because he says everybody is the devil that does wickedness.
Oh, I can eat, bro.
So we can't really say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? We had one of the students' parents come in.
Mm-hmm. You told that
They
story.
had come in. They said, they had me in the office. They said, Christian father just came in. He said, now the self class is racist and it's anti-Christian.
Yeah.
They had me in the office. They was like, what did you say to the students? What did you tell them? So I told them that the first slave ship was called the good ship Jesus. I can't tiptoe around this.
Yep.
Everybody has to know the truth. Even if he is a Christian. I had to tell him too. He got to know this. That it was an actual ship. And when I teach from a PowerPoint. So they actual photographs and paintings, things that actually seen. Because some people are visual learners.
Right.
Some people are audio learners. Some people need both of them.
Right.
Some people are hands-on. You know what I'm saying? What was you gonna say?
You also gave out pamphlets too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and with me, I'm used to building ciphers. So now they're telling us we gotta teach in front of a class.
You didn't say nothing.
I gotta give. Oh, I can't stay up here because the students over there, they can't hear me now. They on their cell phones,
Right.
which we take. So now I gotta teach. I gotta go throughout the whole class.
Yeah, like you got.
I gotta walk through the whole class and teach. Now I gotta give homework. Homework. How do you give homework? Now I gotta give homework. Now I gotta have knowledge of self quizzes to see for retention purposes. How much did you retain? Rashid, you remember Rashid?
Yeah,
He was always
I remember
saying, Asiatic black man. One day he said, what's Asiatic?
And Samaj.
What's Asiatic mean again?
Samaj too.
Samaj too. Yeah. And the Street Academy has grown to the point that now we have our own legal team, don't we?
Yes.
Brother Nash,
And Ella.
Ella. We
And
have
Jessica.
our own social worker, Jessica.
Jessica.
So every year we growing.
Right. And we got a new addition, Desire.
Desire is a sister. She's down with KRS-One Boogie Down Productions. So we pulled it in as part of our staff. You know, KRS-One, he loves it. He sings the peace to the God.
He's even coming to our class sometime.
Yeah.
No, I seen him in there. Yeah, I seen him in there.
Yeah. You know, and like I said, the mayor loves it. A few times they've had my you got a problem with our teeth, take it over to the mayor. The mayor knows exactly what I teach. When he sees me, he says, peace, Allah.
Come to our family days as well.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
drop
Yeah, that's right.
Goes up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his physical brother is the chief of staff. He's asking to be taught this knowledge. Man, Ahmed he said, Allah said, this is better than me and you, son.
Yeah.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mega did this.